I feel so sick to my stomach. Ah! Oh! Oh my goodness. Have you ever just eaten so much that, and it wasn't even a lot, but it was the chocolate that done did me in. I didn't even eat that much of it, but my goodness, my body was just like, you know? Trigger warning. Oops, I think those are supposed to come first. Can't talk, that's how sick I am. Oh, I'll be okay. It's really not a big deal. I just like, if you've ever been to Zupas or Panera, and you know those places with the combo meals where they have like sandwich, soup, salad, blah blah blah. So I had like this combo and soup and salad, and I just like, and bread and chocolate strawberry, and I usually don't eat it all because I feel like I get full before that, but I ate it all. And then I was like at the end of the soup and I was like, I'm feeling full, but I'm gonna keep going because there's not enough to take home. I don't want to waste it, but it's not a waste if you're harming yourself with the food you're eating. But anyway, here we are. How is this related to my blog post today, you might ask? It's not at all. So I am excited about this one though. It's basically talking about something I've been living by lately, trying to make the motto of my life, but building your life worth living. I recently posted about a mindset for building your life worth living, but this one's more related to my learning to breathe blog post, where it talks about making the time. I can't even talk because I'm over here like burping and gross stuff. Anyway, it's about making the time for your life worth living. A lot of us have passions, we know what they are, so how come we aren't doing them if we know what we love to do and we know that here and there we have time to do anything we so choose to do, or that we could make time here and there and we just don't? Why? Why? Well, I have some theories. Perhaps I talk about them in this, perhaps I don't. I'll have to talk about it later. I really don't read through my blog post beforehand because I want to experience it like y'all do. Call that dumb, because it might be, but here we are. We're about to experience it together. This blog was posted on May 29th, 2022. Blog title, Finding Time to Do What You Love. Whew. Ever been a full-time student during a spring term and had a job and ran a blog and had 2 books and a journal article you were working on for publication? Yeah, me too. To stay on track to graduate by next April, I'm not taking a break from classes this summer. I'm officially a full-time student until I receive my bachelor's and walk out with 2 fingers in the air and say, peace. I told myself that in summer I would focus on finishing the first draft of my book. I thought I would have more time, but I don't. Homework still occupies much of my free time, my job occupies most of the rest, and my other obligations swipe up any extra crumbs falling off the clock. Like me, people too frequently say, I'll do this later, then, when, because I'll have more time then. And later comes and we repeat the phrase and the situation doesn't change. Many of us fulfill our responsibilities and purpose at school, at work, and at home, but we ourselves end up feeling drained and unfulfilled. Why? Amidst all the things we have to do, we've forgotten the things we want to do. Now, the things we have to do can be great and even be things we want to do, but there's something refreshing about doing something good and enjoyable with no assigned agenda. We need to make time to do these wholesome things that make us feel whole and then some. Right now, I have a busy schedule, but I've decided to do the small things that make my life a little better. I now set aside time for exercising every day. I make sure I have time to spend with my friends on the weekend. If I'm exhausted and need to relax, I turn on the television less and read a book more. These things work for me because I love doing them. Exercising, being with friends, and reading books helps me to feel more complete. So if you've been feeling down or overwhelmed with life, take a look at your days. Do they include the things you love to do? If not, you might want to try to reevaluate your schedule and find a way to do at least one thing you love every day. The opportunity to do these no strings attached activities make life a little more enjoyable, as if we were kids with no worries. Those were the days, right? I hope this helps, and I look forward to hearing your experiences as you share what it's like to start doing what you love again. For reals, guys, comment down below. I just want to know you're okay. And like this video if you like it, subscribe. I'm saying that way early. Anyway, this was a shorter one because I genuinely was so busy. But I made time to do something I love, which I love writing my blog posts. I love videoing these. And the more time I make for things that I love without, like, you know, letting my house completely crumble in dust or whatever, the more satisfied I feel. It feels good to, like, take care of your life and go to work and accomplish tasks at work and get things done at the home. But I think a lot of people let those things overwhelm their life so much that we forget to do goal-oriented things that are just for us, just about the passions we love, just a nice time to read a book, just because. Not even anything you could gain from it beside happiness. Speaking of books, I'm currently reading The Princess Bride. Oh my goodness. Isn't it fantastic? Well, fantastic as in it's huge and it's kind of funny. Although there is a lot more backstory than I ever imagined compared to the movie. Like, they really go in depth with each character since there aren't a ton of characters. And it's taken me a while. I'm only on 238 and I've been reading it since Christmas. It's embarrassing. But I think I'll for sure finish it by April. As in sometime in April. I'm also reading a self-help book that I love, 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 love. There might be some people that don't agree with this at all. And that's okay. I think there are lots of valid self-help books out there, lots of valid psychological, therapeutic, whatever approaches. But I swear, you guys, I have been talking about these things that are in this book. I have made YouTube videos about this. Like, You Are the One You've Been Waiting For, technically, is actually for people in relationships, but can apply to anyone. My goodness. Love it. You know how I talked about in the Western culture, mainly we tend to over-focus on romance and just finding the one who is gonna love us and satisfy our love bucket, like fill it up, like take care of us, problems are solved, woo, all you need is love type deal. This book talks about that thinking and how it's kind of screwed us over. And so much more. It talks about so much more that it just feels like common sense to me, but it's put into the framing of research, experiences he's had with clients, decades of gathering of ideas and studies. I really like it. I keep recommending this to people and I'm not sure if anyone's actually read it, but if anyone does read this book, watching this video, please tell me what you think. Even if you don't like it, I want to talk about it. I like this book so much. Thank you, Dick Schwartz, for all you've done for us. Can you see how doing your passions can help uplift your spirit? I'm already happy just talking about doing the things I love, so actually doing them lifts me up too. I've even taken time to start watching a nature documentary, which I know I mentioned not watching TV in this, but I haven't watched nature documentaries since I was young. But I loved them, and they are educational, and I love animals, and that has also been refreshing my spirit. These are just things that I like, right? So if there's anything that came to mind while I was talking, that you're like, man, yeah, I love doing this thing, or I haven't done this thing forever, or I wish I could do this thing. After this video ends, sit down, look at your calendar, think about your day-to-day, and figure out a time you can do that and just commit to it. Just one time. Give it to yourself. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. You deserve it. It helps. It helps life go by a little bit easier. And when your life is going by easier, you can be there to help others better, blah, blah, blah. I've talked about this so much. Take care of yourselves. I love y'all, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!